What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. So I was trying to figure out like what I should work on today. I've just been getting settled in, organized, all that stuff, and I was thinking about, okay, which video should I make for today? You know, what projects should I start tackling? All that kind of stuff. And I figured, why not just, grab the camera, start filming and show you guys like, what I've been doing and kind of up to behind the scenes and all the different little things that I've been up to, and also get your guys' feedback on what you guys want to see and go from there. So let me flip this around. I'll show you guys what I've been up to kind of behind the scenes over the weekend and so, and we'll see what we can come up with, get your guys' feedback, and we'll get cracking on some stuff. So if you guys haven't seen lately, we have been moving into the new shop, and I'm finally happy to say that everything is here under one roof. So we got the Viper, we've got the SRT10 Ram, got our Ram single cab project, and we have the Hellcat. So everything is here. And if you guys noticed in the last few videos, there's a lot of, stuff kind of on the floor and stuff. So over the weekend, I did my best to kind of get organized and start cleaning some stuff. So I just went ahead and I'm a little bit OCD with my cleanliness stuff. Maybe it doesn't look like it, but I promise you that usually I try to keep things fairly clean. So still not to the exact extent that I want it to be, but it's getting a lot closer to, where I want it. I still have to clean this side of the shop. So like I said, I went around the shop with the shop vac and was just cleaning up some stuff, vacuuming and getting it all cleaned out, and I got this floor space all cleaned up. And if you guys remember from the last video, there was a ton of just random stuff on the ground here. So still a few items, but a lot less than what there was. So what I ended up doing is installing, or setting up, I should say, my shelving unit. So I had this shelf for a while, took it from the last place, and I just put it where this shelf was. So I haven't fully decided. Maybe you guys can make some suggestions on how I want to set up the place. But for now, this shelving unit, all these shelves were here. So huge shout out to our buddy Tom. He ended up leaving all this stuff for us. And then he left us this shelving unit and this one, and then I just put mine up next to it. So I just spent the weekend getting organized. I ended up putting our transmissions over here on the bottom of this shelving unit because they were all scattered across the floor and stuff. And I just started getting organized with all of our different things. So we got a ton of stuff. If you guys are curious, if you ever want me to go through some of the stuff that we have, just spare. This is a Viper differential. So I've got a 373 gear set for the Viper. This is going to be the 6.4 intake manifold that we've got from Whatever It Takes. They sponsored that project, so we're going to be putting the 6.4 truck manifold, intake manifold on that truck right there. We've got our Gibson headers for our SRT10. We've got our long tubes for our Ram project. We got all sorts of stuff. Wheels. We got the Viper engine, which we're not too sure just what we're going to do with it. I think this might go into our Viper, and we'll try to do something crazy with that. We've got this sick engine right here. I'm probably going to put this outside, you guys. Tom ended up leaving us this so that we could go ahead and maybe at some point have AC in here. I just gonna need the other half of things because this is just the box that goes outside, but I would need a furnace because the furnace had failed. So either way, it's kind of cool that we have this, and at some point we'll end up, kind of fixing up the shop and stuff. And then we've got the Hellcat engine for our Ram project. So that's just sitting here in queue, ready to go. And then we've got the 5.7 in the box. So, and I've just been getting organized. If you guys have or haven't seen the shop, we got a sink and stuff. So I've been putting pressure washer and just trying to, get my grounding on where I want to put everything too, and kind of get everything laid out. So I did all that stuff. Like I said, cleaned off the floor. I haven't gone down this side. Like I said, I want to get this out of here and kind of just get the engines lined up. And that way it's starting to take shape and kind of get organized. What I was thinking of doing is I was honestly thinking of putting this and probably that in the garage up front, and that way it would just leave us a lot more shop space. But what I might be thinking, and you guys can give me your input, is I was kind of thinking if I almost park these on an angle, if I take the Dakota, put it there, take the Viper and put it there, and maybe the SRT10 on an angle here, I think I might be able to fit 3 vehicles there, and then that leaves us this space to work on stuff. And so far, what I'm kind of getting the vibe of is I want to eventually put, first things first, we need a 2-post lift. Which one comes first? I do at some point want to have a 2-post in here and a 4-post lift. The 4-post, you can kind of move around. They don't necessarily, since there's 4 posts, you don't have to anchor them to the ground, but the 2-post needs to get lag bolted to the floor. So you really have to pick and choose where you're going to put that. I'm thinking the 4-post would go here, in front of the bench. That way, if you pull something in, and you're working on it, the bench is all there with your tools and all that stuff. So I think that's where it would make the most sense, given the current layout. Was also maybe thinking of taking some of the shelving units and stuff and putting it across the back wall there. That way it gives us more room width-wise to have a vehicle here, just so we have a little bit more space here. But comment down below if you guys are thinking of any different layouts that I'm not seeing. So obviously have some like cardboard and trash I got to take care of. Over here, this is our EcoDiesel axle that our buddy Jason rebuilt for us. So this has all brand new bearings. Again, huge shout out to Whatever It Takes transmission parts. So they supplied the bearing kit for this. So if you guys need, bearings or anything drivetrain related, hit them up. I'll link them down in the description below. I was gonna rebuild it with him, but you guys know how crazy it's been with my whole schedule trying to get stuff, but he did me a huge solid and he just put new bearings in it for me. So if you guys do or don't know the EcoDiesel, the pinion bearings got absolutely fried in it. And that was this axle. So we rebuilt this because I don't need any performance axle in the EcoDiesel. So this is gonna go in the EcoDiesel. The built axle is gonna come out of the EcoDiesel, and the built axle is gonna go into this guy right here. As far as other projects, right here is the rear quarter panel for the Viper. So that has to go on as well. Right now I'm gonna head over to Walmart and get some fluid for that, so that I can hopefully get started on it. But like I said, just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. But I just want to do a general video for you guys to show you guys what I'm up to today. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this 75 140. I probably would have got the Super Tech, but they only got one bottle left. But this stuff here is almost 15 bucks each, and they got these new like juice box style. So let's get out of here. Okay, so I'm back from the store. We got fluid. I'm gonna get this thing out of here, and you guys are probably wondering, like, how the heck are you doing all this? So I've been lifting and moving everything like a freaking maniac all by myself. But this I'm gonna get out by myself as well, and I'm just gonna bring it out to the edge, and then I'm gonna try to lay one end of it down like this so it touches the ground, and then the other end I'll like swing across and then kind of just shimmy it around. Once I get to the floor, I can move it around with floor jacks and stuff. But yeah, I've been being a bit of a monster lately, just getting all this stuff apart. So as you'll notice, the brakes, we'll have to swap over our brakes. Not a big deal, but something that will have to happen. So I got a bunch of work ahead. I'm not gonna end up covering that in this video because that's gonna be like a whole day adventure doing that. So, but that is something that I want to get done. So let's get this out. Okay, so I got it on the ground. It's right here ready to go. So I can pull in the EcoDiesel. We can take out the old one or, the built axle and put the rebuilt stock with the LSD in it. So this one has the factory limited slip in it, which is plenty, sufficient just for the EcoDiesel and just dailying. Just for fun, let's see about moving the Dakota into this corner on some sort of angle and see if my 3-angled vehicle ideal is even possible. I'm sure after I just move this one in the corner, I'll even see if it makes any sense whatsoever. Okay, so not terrible, you guys, as far as space goes. Like I think the shop is kind of, I don't know if this would be considered half. I don't know if it is, but I know there's like a seam there. No, I think that's probably, but so I got the Dakota up into this corner. I could still bring it back a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to get a rough idea. But we got that there. We got the Viper right there. I could try, but this is going to be like a mission to get this back here, I feel like. But I feel like once I get it in here, like to swing the front to clear that might be a bit of a chore, but I guess we can try. Let's see what happens. Okay, now to see if I can make this corner, I might have to do like a 300-point Austin Powers corner to not like hit on the front there and go around the corner. So let's see what happens. So I think if I manage to tuck this one a little bit further in, I mean, you could probably park it straight right here, but I think if I just kind of take what I got here, maybe straighten the front end out, if I can tuck the front end into here, I think if I can keep everything behind that line right there, like we'll have plenty of room. So let me mess with it a bit more and see if I can just kind of shuffle it over like that a little bit. And I think this is gonna look pretty sweet. I don't even need decorations, boys. I got all this car candy in here. All right, boys, so I can obviously play with this a little bit, but I think this is, I'm kind of liking this. I do at some point, I mean, once everybody that's, you know, new to the channel or is, you know, semi-new to the channel is kind of familiarized with all the vehicles, because for a while we've kind of had everything spread out. So at least for the interim, I kind of want to leave it like this, just so people that, you know, just happen to jump onto our channel, they kind of can see, oh, okay, he's got this, this, and this. But at some point I do want to probably put these two in the other garage just so we have more room. But for now, I think this looks kind of cool. And as you can see, it frees up an extra spot, because before we only had 1, 2, and then the third one was here. So now I've got all this space. So when I want to work on something in front of the bench, just pull it out and pull it back in. So pretty cool, guys. Let me know what you think of this layout down below. Sorry, guys, on your comments on the last one. Everybody seems to want to see the stock SRT 10 wheels back on the SRT 10. That'll free up these bronze wheels, these 24 Hellcat replicas, to be able to test out and try on this thing as well. So I think that'll look pretty cool. But let me know if that's what you guys are all thinking. Take off the Hellcat replicas and put on the factory 22s and just kind of leave it chill for a bit. This project here, or truck, I don't think we're going to be doing a whole lot with it just yet. I kind of have to get everything sorted out, and we have so much other stuff on the go. So this thing is going to be chilling for a little bit, so don't necessarily need to put any specific wheel on it, but I kind of want to free up those wheels to test out on this. But let me know, as always, down below what wheels you like best on this thing and what wheels you like best on that as well. All right, guys, so that's going to be a wrap for this video. So I've got the axle ready, and tomorrow I'm going to get straight to work on taking out the one of the Eco Diesel, the built one that we're going to be putting in this truck, and putting the other one in. So let me know if you guys want to see that below. I'll probably film it. I'm just trying to decide how I'm going to film it, whether it's going to be like a, you know, DIY, you know, how to swap an axle, or just kind of a vlog style of me just ripping it out and putting the other one in. But comment down below what you'd like to see. I wanted to get this video out for you guys today so you can kind of get caught up to speed on what I'm up to. Shop is looking really good already. I know some people were, not some people, but, you know, maybe 1 or 2 people mentioned like, hey, you know, there's a lot of echo in the shop, or hey this, or hey that. Haven't even had this place for that long. So as we, you know, kind of settle into things, I'll be, you know, addressing different stuff. The other thing too is some of those first few videos that we were filming, there was nothing in the whole shop. Now that there's like vehicles and things in here, I even noticed myself it's not like echoing as much as it once was, because at one point it was like nothing was in here, and it was kind of like a tin can. But we'll address things as they come. At some point I do want to get, you know, probably insulated and, you know, climate controlled in here, but for now I'm not complaining whatsoever. This is a huge improvement for us, guys. So give it a thumbs up for me. If you haven't already, subscribe if you're new. Check out all the other videos. We've got a ton of content on everything you see behind me and more. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video.